You do not have to sell the service. You have to sell the end result. See, anyone who says that your cold email isn't about sales, so it's about making connection, no, you are making a fool of yourself. If you are somebody who is just outreaching on one channel and you think you are not getting results, the clients you are dealing with, they are literally twice the age. Like my major clientele is literally thrice my age. You and I, we both don't have any time to waste. So let me tell you what this video is going to be about. It is going to be about everything you need to know about pitching, sending the cold email, and converting the client. So by the end of this video, if you stick to the very end, you listen to whatever I'm saying, you follow the guide that I give you, there is no way that your client isn't going to convert you and your cold emails aren't going to have an open rate and you are not going to hear back from your prospects that you send with the cold outreach strategy that you made. Alrighty. Let me simply ask you one question before proceeding further. What is your current approach when it comes to pitching clients? Or maybe simply said, what is your current outbound strategy? Most of the times you would have seen me asking these questions, even at the start of the video. The point is, you don't know what you are doing. Like a majority doesn't. So if you are somebody who knows what your strategy is, you know the ABCs, you're already ahead. So now I know what I have to tell you. So now if you answered that, yes, I know what I'm doing, this is my strategy, you know that you are doing something better than rest of the majority. So now I can tell you stuff, and whatever I'll say, it will make more sense to you than a person who's completely on a beginner level, who's completely clueless about their strategy. And the ones, like, if you didn't had any idea about your strategy, what are you thinking? This is the right time to actually think how you are operating. Number one is that. So if you have the answer to what is your current strategy, now let me take you to another dimension. Number one thing, pitching is not about selling your service. Yes, you heard me right. Pitching is not about you selling your service. So if I'm a marketer and throughout the whole video, you will hear me and my example. So I'm not gloating. I'm not making myself a supreme leader or something like that. But I'm gonna make you question your fucking existence in terms of cold outreach. Number one thing is, it is not about pitching the service. It is about making an impact in the other person's business life, or maybe in his professional or personal life, depending on what kind of skill or what kind of service you are offering. If you are just sending out pitches and it has a lot of I's in it, like I do this, I do that, I can do this, I can do that, no. You are doing it wrong. Your pitch should be a mix of you and I's. People say it should be all about the client. The client isn't, he didn't got birth yesterday. He wasn't born yesterday. The client has seen the world, and most of the times, the clients you are dealing with, they are literally twice the age. Like my major clientele is literally thrice my age. Yeah, I'm not that old as I look. That's a different thing. So you are dealing with people who are at least 2x your age. And if you are dealing with people who are literally at your age and they have built something really crazy, now that's a different story. But in all the cases, this thing is very common. They do not give a shit about what you can do. They give a shit and they care about what they are going to get if they get you on board. And that's what your message should be about. It should not be about I can do this, this, this. No, everyone can do this, this, this. It's about if I can do this, that happens in your business. If I create a strategy, you get clients. If you get me on board, I'll give you money. I'll give you truckloads of money with my skills, my services, and I'm just asking you for a fair day's pay. Just like Trevor did, but he didn't. Sorry, GT5 reference. Sorry. Cut it out. Okay. So you sell the end result. And this is where most of the people, they get it wrong. What they do is, and I'm sure majority of you would be doing this as well, instead of marketing, instead of pitching the end result, you are pitching your skill set. What do you think? Who are you? Like, you are nothing different than others. And the same goes with me. I am no different than any other human being. And this is the thing that majority is doing wrong. What they are doing is they are simply selling the service. You do not have to sell the service. You have to sell the end result. See, anyone who says that your cold email isn't about sales, so it's about making connection, no, you are making a fool of yourself. It's only about making connections when you know that this person can be a potential client in the future and you are uncertain about the roles, responsibilities, and the job profile that they have at the moment. If you know that that person is dead hiring, he's in urgent need of getting somebody who can take care of this thing, you simply do it. So get this thing out of your head that your email isn't about selling. It is about selling, but it is not about selling you. It's about selling what you can offer to the end result. Get this thing right in your head at this very moment. Keep a mix of you and I's. Like, if I do this, you get this. It is a barter. So if I am hiring a thumbnail designer, I want to know if I pay him, he's gonna give me some good click-through rates. I'm like, I know every guy who is a thumbnail designer, what he can do. Like, I know what you can do. But the approach has to be different. It's not the same, because if you are doing what everyone else is doing, you are not doing anything different. And your outcomes are not going to be any different. Your outcome will be the same as the others. And you don't want to be in the category of others, because if you are following me, you are not definitely into the category of others. You are built different. Now, once you have this all filtered out, once you know that you don't have to sell yourself, you have to sell the end result, it comes to crafting and it comes to the method of your cold outreach. How you are doing it. Are you doing it on LinkedIn? Are you doing it on your email? Are you sending it, like, do you have a newsletter of your target audience and you are sending out newsletters? What are the channels you are taking? And I'm gonna literally rip you off if you say that you have only one channel. Seriously? Like, literally, you're outreaching on one channel? If you are somebody who is just outreaching on one channel and you think you are not getting results, dude, you are not gonna get results too. You cannot master one channel initially. You have to try out different channels. Ever heard of video pitches? That you can literally sit down, shoot yourself, take out the client's project, tell them what all you have to offer and send that across. That's another thing. Most of you, I told you that you might be having a email newsletter of your target audience, but most of you won't have it. So that's another thing. Your LinkedIn post can be a pitch in itself. How many of you are doing it? Everybody is like LinkedIn DM and then cold emailing, cold outreach, this system, that system, dimag kharab, useless crap. No, you have to take multiple channels. You have to take at least 3 channels where you are reaching out to your prospects. And I say prospects a little bit differently, so do not try to figure that out. Okay, it's when I say prospects and prospects, it's kind of the same. Just a habit. I don't know where I developed that lingo. Okay, reach out on different sources. Third thing is, when you are reaching out, your pitch must be defined in 4 areas: intro, the problem, the solution, why you are the best for this particular thing, closure. And do not close your emails with "thank you for reading it till here, thanks for your time, thanks this, thanks that." What? You're dealing like an equal, not an employee. And like, when I say employee, I do not mean to degrade the employees or 9 to 5%. It's just the thing that freelancing, the mindset is different. You might call somebody sir or ma'am, like you usually call sir or ma'am. You do not take names of the higher level executives here. When I talk to a person who's 3x my age, I call him by name. Yeah, I can't do that in India, but who has Indian clients? I don't. I have international clients and they're cool with it. They have to be cool with it because I'm not their employee, I'm their contractor. I'm working with them. There's a difference between with and for. So your pitch has to be sounding like, when somebody reads it or when somebody hears it, it has to be like it is written by an equal, not like working for. It should be like, this is somebody I can work with. If your pitch gives me the vibe that he's something who can work for me, you have already lost the battle, dude. I want to work with people who either know like me or who have a knowledge higher than me. There is no point working with people who are not at my level. That's the thing. And that's how businesses think. Because there is a reason why they are businesses and why they are at where they are. These things, they matter. So I told you the 4 main essentials of your email. Because I know most of you would be going on emails as well, videos and all that stuff. they aren't your cup of tea. So with that note, no, this is not gonna be the end. I usually say it at the end, but once you send it, once you send the pitch, schedule it. Do not send it. Schedule send it. So like I can place a tutorial. If I could, I'll just simply place it. If you go on to Gmail, you write the email, and just a little bit side of the send button, you have this arrow where you click and you can say that schedule email, and you can schedule it there on. And once you schedule it for a particular time, maybe after 15 minutes, what happens is that it goes into your scheduled section of your Gmail. And there you can actually read the email on your mobile as well as your laptop or your PC or any other device that you have, which your potential client might have. You can read there how your email is formatted and how it is looking there, because that's gonna help you out. Most of the times on PC, like the gigantic screen that I have here of 43 inches, this one, if you open an email on this, if you have written this much of a big line, this guy is gonna accommodate it easily. If I open the same email on this vertical, on this portrait monitor, your this much line is gonna appear so congested that I'll not be able to read it. And if I open the same thing on my mobile device, that's gonna be a long paragraph. You want to optimize it for laptops and mobiles, because on desktops you have maniacs who are using 43 inches as their primary, and they are gonna have a hard time reading it. That's about your email formatting. Now, whatever you send, whatever you share across, do not include more than one external link. I have seen people sending in a lot of links in the first email itself. This is what I used to do when somebody used to sign up on my newsletter as well. I figured this out later on, very later on. Like I figured this out earlier, but I had forgotten that I have still this thing running in the system, in the automation on my personal email. What happens is, if you send too many links to a new address that you have never had a communication with, it's gonna land in the spam section, because it is spam. If I open my spam section, it is literally full of people's portfolio who sent me single links. If you include only one link throughout the email, the probability of it, the chances of it landing straight up in the inbox are a lot higher. And that's why I want you to send only one piece. So if you are sending your call booking Calendly or TopMate link over there, do not include your portfolio. If you are including your portfolio, do not include these other links. As soon as you include 3 or 2 links, it's over. The chances of you getting ended up and landed up in the spam section of the other person, they are literally high. So you do not have to do that. Take this thing in mind. And if by now you are watching me, do let me know in the comment section that I'm still here, so I know. And as in the previous video I told you, everyone who comments regularly on the channel, you are gonna be rewarded in the next couple weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks at max. Last time I said 30-40 days, but yep, it will be done within 2 or 3 weeks, or maybe even the next time I come up here, it might be different. It might be just after 2 or 3 days. So keep increasing your chances. Now, moving on to the next and the most crucial step. If you are sending out cold emails, you need to have this extension called mailtrack.io, and now it's Mail Suite. So I'll show you what it is. It only works on Chrome or on Edge. It supports different browsers. I don't know what kind of stuff is that, but you can see it on the website. I don't recall it right now. Install it. Get the free version. The free version is more than enough initially. After that, you can take on the paid version. That's like 3000 INR. The premium one, where you will see unlimited. Like what MailTrack does is, it tracks and notifies you every time your email is opened, every time somebody clicks on a link that you included in the email. Now this is a premium feature. In the free one, you will only see how many times your email has been opened, and it will just tell you the first time that your email was opened. So if you send me an email at 11 a.m, I open it at 11:30, it will send you a notification. Oh, it will send. Nice accent, Vaibhav. So it will send you a notification at 11:30 that Vaibhav opened your email at 11:30. After that, if I open your email at 1 p.m, it will just share you another notification that Vaibhav opened your email once again. So there you can see that how many times your email has been opened. And if the client opens your email and he reverts back to you, that's fine. If he doesn't get back to you, within 24 hours, send a follow-up. Because with follow-ups, the thing what happens is, every time you follow up, I don't know if you have seen this thing or not, but in Gmail, if you initiate a conversation, most of the times there is a number that keeps popping up, like one is never popped up. As soon as you reply to an email, so it becomes 2. As soon as you get another reply, it becomes 3, it becomes 4. So that way it increases the likelihood of the client opening the second email thinking that we already have a conversation about it. And when you send your second follow-up email, then the number becomes 3. So that increases your odds too much. But I'll say that only send 3 follow-ups. After that, if the client is not responding, let him live his life. You live your life, reach out to the people. Okay. So these were a few essential things. Now, what I want you to do is sit down. If you have taken notes, well and good. If you haven't taken your notes, I don't know when are you going to take out automatically your notebook and your pen once you see me on your device, on your feed, and you see that the video is already exceeding 10 minutes. So you know that if the video is above 10 minutes, it's gonna be crazy paid level info. So if you haven't noted it down, just go back, note it down, sit down, think about your current strategy, think about how you have to reach out to other people from now onwards. Because now you know a lot of different things which majority doesn't. I'm telling you, this is the information they don't even tell you in paid courses, because this is literally one of the most solid and working thing that these coaches, these high performance marketers and all those guys who are selling their stuff, they do. But the reason I'm sharing this is that even if 100 people watch it, one of you is going to implement it. And if you are going to implement it, you will see the results, and you can let me know the results on the socials. Like my socials are in the description. You can reach me out there. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this long video. I hope you are going to follow all this. You are going to make the most out of this resource, because this is actually worth thousands. At the barest minimum, if I would have made this a lecture in a paid course, it would be solely worth as 2,000 or 3,000. At the barest minimum. So use this very wisely. And if you want to know if you should send free samples or not, the video is right up here. And if you want to see how you have to charge, that video is right here. So you can see the different ways in which you can charge your potential clients. I'll see you guys there.